National honor for deserving Nigerians, the first to be conferred in the life of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration, and perhaps the last for his administration. 450 recipients in different categories were subjected to a thorough screening process out of more than 5,000 applications. The President of the Senate, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, former Chief Justice of Nigeria, the Director General of the World Trade Organization, the Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations, and the former President of the United Nations General Assembly were conferred with the Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger, GCON.
In recognition of his contribution,
President Muhammadu Buhari says his administration will continue to partner with Nigerians and friends of Nigeria in efforts of nation building.
The national honors are not merely decorative. They remind us of an important part of our responsibility as citizens. We must always endeavor to do our best for our country. We will continue to root out all forms of banditry, criminality, terrorism, and insurgency in the land.
For the recipients whose contributions to national development have not gone unnoticed, this will encourage them to do more for their fatherland and also inspire many more Nigerians to be interested in nation building and promoting peaceful coexistence.
Nigerians have always clamored for good leaders and governance every time they elect their leaders in power. But their yearnings do not always translate to reality because most elected leaders promise to ensure good governance, accountability that will be favorable to the masses and then fail. Civil society organizations say this has gone on for too long and it is now time for the electorate to take charge of their destinies and be deliberate about voting for capable and credible leaders. At this town hall meeting, leaders from all walks of life all agree that there is an urgent need for citizens to come together to restructure and build the nation for future generations to excel in all their endeavors.
We are pretending we want change, but the little spaces where we can bring citizen action to change, we abandon it and we are waiting for Jesus Christ of Nazareth to heal our country.
Now, presently, it's even more difficult to analyze objectively what Nigeria is, not to talk of where we are going. We can all come out to vote, yet if we still don't know our direction, we'll still repeat the same process again.
When we are talking about justice in the society, we must not just talk about access of members of the ruling class to power. We must talk of horizontal and vertical restructuring.
We want a new country. If we want a new kind of governance, then the people must be rallied together. They must be helped to recognize what their role is in the emergence of a better Nigeria.
Voter education involves providing information on who is eligible to vote, where and how to register, how electors can check the voter list to ensure that they have been duly included, what type of elections are being held, where, when and how to vote, who the candidates are, and how to file complaints. The forthcoming 2023 general elections provide an opportunity for new voters to understand their rights, the political system, the context they are being asked to decide, and how and where to vote. INEC wants more hands to be on deck to support the Commission to reach out to as many that needs to be educated on the need to cast their vote appropriately.
Considering the size of the nation, we need hands. All hands should be on deck, to provide voter education. But top on the list are registered and civil societies who have passion, in civic responsibilities, educating the citizens, to be alive to their obligations and responsibilities.
While the 2022 Electoral Act has been widely hailed as a step forward, there are very few people who are familiar with its specific provisions, especially the ones related to electoral offenses like vote buying, that really do threaten to undermine the legitimacy of the 2023 elections.
This event, organized by the International Foundation for Electoral System, is to raise non-governmental organizations that will pitch innovative proposals for effective and inclusive voter education campaigns in the build-up to the 2023 general elections.
We put out this call for proposal for innovative ideas, and we got a total of 70 applications, which after that it was pruned down to 20, which we see today. We are expecting each of the organizations today to make their live presentations around their ideas, and then the panelists will now review those ideas and then be able to select 6 of those organizations, one representing each of the geopolitical zones.